What does it mean when you find an old bottle in the woods? Could it be a clue? Well, today we're going to find out. Before I get to that, I want to talk about why I'm prospecting here in the woods to begin with. That's because I've applied some prospector knowledge. Prospector knowledge meaning I've circled the map here. Why? Because it's a region where gold mining, historical gold mining, has happened. There's one reason. Number two, I've found ditch lines around here. There's another reason. Number three, there's active sites down below here where the old timers have stacked rocks and excavated out ground and sluiced it and done that whole thing. So that's why I was here to begin with. So I've put together these clues to why there is potential for finding gold here. That's why I'm here to begin with. And there is an excellent way of learning these skills, these prospecting skills, and that is the Gold Panner's Guide series. That's a series of books about prospecting and gold mining that my father has put together, and I've helped him. We're sharing the knowledge and the expertise through these books. A lifetime of knowledge and expertise through these books. I particularly recommend the Elusive Pocket Gold of Southwest Oregon. It has a fantastic breakdown of geology, historical accounts, first-hand historical accounts. My father started building on this book in the mid-70s. So he was able to communicate with old pocket miners from the 1930s era who were still around in Southwest Oregon whenever he started gathering up information and creating this series of books. So I want to invite you to check this stuff out at goldpannersguide.com. Here it is. I'm out here in mining country. I'm cruising through the woods. What do I find? An old bottle. So I guess it could be a bottle from, there was logging around here, 50, 60 years ago maybe. But this bottle here, I don't know yet if it's from Gold Rush era, old timer era, or if it's a modern bottle. Let's see here. I'm guessing more of a modern bottle, like a Sprite or something, ginger ale from the 50s or 60s, something like that. I went a little farther, and here I am. I'm out in mining country here, and I saw some old trash here. Not even metal detecting, just saw it sitting here on the surface. And then I saw this, and this says PA or patent, PAT, August 31st, 1915. Sand Springs, Oklahoma. Oh, it's a Kerr glass. So I don't know if that's when it was patented. So it's not, doesn't mean this is a 1915 Kerr jar, but definitely I found an old spot here. Here's a can. Here's a way to tell. So this can, is this a lead soldered can? I don't think so. So this can isn't like, I think it was 1800s. They were still lead soldering cans. So this is a little bit newer. And then here we go. Here's a whiskey bottle. A full pint whiskey bottle. No real insignias on it, but definitely there were some old timers here that were drinking whiskey. Oh, here we go. This is flat right here. There's probably all kinds of trash around here to find. There we go. Oh, there it is. Check that out. Okay. So here's some more cans and bottles. I definitely think that's like a ketchup bottle from 20th century, mid 20th century. A cork boot, or at least a sole to a boot, maybe not a cork boot. Somebody worked pretty hard, wore that baby out. Let's round it off. This looks like the stove. It is. It's a mantle to an old stove. Some china. Made in the USA. Standard. And that looks like old water pipe, riveted water pipe from the old timers that's been repurposed. Maybe a stove or something, they have a hole in it there. Oh, there's a neat old can. Rough cut. Oh, I think that might be a tobacco. Rough cut tobacco can. We're using that can for something. Oh, here's the trash dump right here. Oh wow, an old shovel. That's pretty neat. An old shovel head. Chunk of bottle. What does it mean when you find old trash in the woods? Period trash. This is definitely. I could probably guess that this is 1930s period. Depression era mining. Wow, an old shovel. A worn out old shovel from the old timers. Look at that. Did a lot of digging with this. They've got bent over nails. Look at that. That's how the handle ended up at the end of its life there. They had bent over nails holding it together. I'm gonna put that right back where I found it. That's fantastic. Another old shovel. There's 3 of these guys around here. This is the total dump site from a bunch of diggers, that's for sure. Mining, digging people living in the woods. This is where the cabin was, I'm pretty sure. You can see these old logs. There's probably nails throughout here. If I started detecting. Fascinating. Way cool. Busted old shovel head number 4. That's crazy. This is like a graveyard of old shovels. Another worn out shovel. Worn out shovel number 5. Let's talk about the mining. There's a ditch line up there. There's major mining going on all around us. So that's going to point us towards this was a miner's shack. And this is the trash pile to a miner's shack. And I'm going to guess the period here in the 1930s. Oh, I don't know. Is that a lead soldered? I think it is. There's a lead soldered can. So that is a little bit older. I don't know the dates on that kind of stuff, but it's older. And here's some sort of barrel stove or some sort of apparatus there. But definitely, what does it mean when you find old trash in the woods? What do? Well, in this case, I'm going to observe and I'm going to try to pinpoint the era, because that'll help me put together the clues to the mining projects, the former mining projects that were around here. These are all tricks that are well explained in the Gold Painter's Guide series. That putting together the clues of the history, not only the history, but then the mining history as well. Being able to period date things, like if this is a 1930s era, that means Depression era mining. So, people figured out how to come up in the hills and make a living. Living out of a little cabin in the woods, which is on a hillside here. That's definitely what this is. These are all clues and ways of thinking. The prospecting, ways of thinking with a prospecting mind or a prospector mind is all the information that's included in the Gold Painter's Guide series, especially like the Elusive Pocket Gold of Southwest Oregon is an excellent book that brings you right to this stage. It fast forwards from beginner all the way to someone who's actually got a clue how to obtain a prospecting style frame of mind. You can find those at goldpaintersguide.com. Thank you for coming along on this little adventure right here. And there is definitely some trash. And maybe someone in the comments could give me some insight on, there's a seltzer, some insights on some of the dating of the period of this trash. This is just sitting on a hillside in southern Oregon. Well, that's one of those old moonshine kind of jugs, I think. So we'll see you next time. Thanks for following along.